probably says shipping and receiving. Truck parking, driver check-in. Okay. And this truck was hiding all of that, so I guess I will swing it around and that was a little rough. Aren't straight or the other lines aren't straight. It says no parking, fire lane. That's good. Good. Alright, I'll go check in. Alright, they said it's one pallet, 431 pounds. I'm assuming I need that. Not 100% certain, haven't seen it yet. Gotta slide my tandems. I don't think I need to scale this one. Yeah, I don't think I need to scale this. Anyways, the ridiculous part is the fact that I'm traveling 19 hours to deliver this from Texas to Wisconsin. All right, so y'all are joining me on a run that's about 19 hours plus 10-hour breaks. I'm going from Hazlet, Texas, which is where I'm at now. Well, sort of. I just left about 10 minutes ago. So it's near Fort Worth. And I'm going to Neenah, Wisconsin. So I am going to be trekking across from the south to the north. Like, it's pretty far up there in Wisconsin. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get through some of this traffic. I've only got an hour and a half left on my 14 and my 11. So there's a way station about an hour away. I am keeping my fingers crossed that I can make it that far, depending on what's going on with this traffic. I don't have anybody behind me, so I guess I can just take my time passing you. Oh, are you getting off? What are you doing? No turn signal? Inside? That's not the one you want? I mean, that was great. That was perfect. Swifty Swift taking out a tree. Go further down and I'm going to see if there's anything down here. This just looks like a hot mess right here. Prime doesn't know how to pull up far enough. I'll park next to the flat better. Yeah, Prime, you got problems there. What are you doing? You're just hanging there. Okay. All right, getting ready for the next leg of my trip from Texas to Wisconsin. I still have a whopping 18 hours to drive. Obviously, I will not get there today. It is 3:13 in the morning. My dash is cleared off. There's nothing there. As usual, it's how I always drive. My coat is hung up. I have nothing here other than my snack box and breakfast and just miscellaneous things that I like to keep within reach. My drinks are ready to go. My bed is made as usual every morning. Good morning, Tulsa. I am about 3.5 hours into my 19-hour trip. Well, it was 18 when I left this morning. I'm trying to get through Tulsa before the traffic really hits. It is 6:52 in the morning. And you can see there's some traffic, but not really any slowdown yet. Like nothing big. Traffic's still pretty flowing, so. That's my truck yelling at me that there's somebody in that right lane as I was trying to move over to this one. It was letting me know. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure. That was totally cool. You used a turn signal to go into one lane, but then cut across in front of me and go to exit lane. No, turn signals are highly overrated, apparently. Alright, Oklahoma, still. Time for a quick potty break and
continue on the current road.
Yes, a windshield wash. I had to do the inside. Now I'm going to do the outside. I'm super lazy. I just spray it with Windex on the outside and let it soak till the bug ducts come off. So, do it now. And now look. Most of the bugs are gone. There's one right there. Alright, welcome to Missouri. Let's see if I get a green light or a red light. Oh, I got a green light. Awesome. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Just hit Missouri about a mile ago. Oh, they have their way station in their rest area. Sneaky, sneaky. There's a couple of places that do that. I think Pennsylvania does that, West Virginia. There's a couple of states that have that set up where they have, like if you pull into the rest area, you end up at the way station too. Oh, there's another one? What is this? Way station, next right, open. Maybe there's another one? Or this is the way station? Oh, this is the way station. I thought it was back there because of how far back I got that green light. It doesn't appear that they have any overnight parking, so I will note that. Maybe a couple. I couldn't see if they had any signs. Some states allow overnight parking at way stations, and some do not. Looks like we got a couple of people stuck. See, that's why you got to be careful. Alright, coming up on another state. I've blasted through Oklahoma and Missouri, and I'm coming into Illinois. of the good parts about trucking is you get to see a lot of the country. And granted, 90% of what we see is interstate. But for people who haven't really traveled a whole lot and gotten to see things, seeing stuff like the Mississippi River, which, by the way, I'm making sure there are no barges going underneath the bridge right now. It never gets old. I don't care how many times I go over this bridge or any of these bridges that go over these massive bodies of water. I don't care how many years I've been trucking. Illinois state line. It doesn't matter. I will always get a thrill out of it. I love seeing the entire United States. Minus California, of course. California is not a place that I want to drive a truck again. No, thank you. They have way too many restrictions and too many stupid things that you have to, too many stupid rules that you have to follow and regulations, and it makes it almost impossible for a trucker in California. So I will be happy to stick to the lower 47. Thank you very much. Welcome to Illinois, the land of Lincoln. That sign on the side says something about cigarette bootlegging. I'm assuming they have a law against it. That was interesting. I've never seen that sign before. Anyway, so I know I've definitely harped on the negatives for trucking along some of my videos, including this one. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that there are positives. Oh, there's something in the middle of the road right here. Hopefully nobody hits it, because that looks really big. It's a big old chunk of aluminum or something. Jeez. The positives are, you know, I drive for a company. I'm not an owner-operator. So the company pays for the truck, they pay for the fuel, they pay for the insurance. I don't make as much as I could if I were owner-operator, but I know I have really crappy luck in life. So, like if I played the lottery, I would probably end up owing that money. So I try to keep the odds in my favor. And I think right now, being an owner-operator without having at least 10 grand in the bank on top of a paid-off truck to pay for incidentals would be stupid. So eventually, that might be my goal. But for now, I'll just be a company driver. So on somebody else's dime, I get to see the country. I get to go to places I would have never been able to go to, and see places I've never seen. Some of them I've never heard of. Some of them I hope I don't ever go back to, and some of them I hope I do go back. I made it out to Salt Lake City, Utah, and that was absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to go back there. If they sent me a load going to Salt Lake City, I would take that without even blinking. We don't go out west as often as I'd like, so there is that. It does get kind of boring going up and down 70 and 80. You kind of get over it real quick. But then occasionally they send us out to places like Texas. Okay, I'll take that. And I have been out to Salt Lake, and I have been out to Seattle, Washington, you know, with this company. So I've been able to see some things that I've absolutely appreciated. It's taken my breath away. Come on, car, let me over. Of course you're not going to. Oh, there you go. Good job. You know, so if that's something that you've always thought about doing, if you can handle hours and hours of driving, I'm going to stay in this lane, then, you know, maybe think about it. I know I would recommend it if you have a high tolerance for bullshit, because that's what this industry is full of. But you also get to see the country. And if you work for a company that goes into, like, across the borders and stuff. You can go to Mexico. You can go to Canada. You can do that if your company does that. Mine does not. So, at least not right now. I don't know if that's in the future or not. But you never know. You never know what the future holds. You know? Flatbedding, tankers, dry vans. I've done quite a bit. And I've enjoyed all of it. Even when I'm complaining about the mud and the waiting and whatever else, I still would not trade it for any other profession. So there you go. So I made it to the place I knew I could park at in Illinois. It's the Auburn Circle K. And I have 6 hours and 22 minutes left to go tomorrow. It is 3:30, so I can start as early as 12:30 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, I guess, if I want. Probably 1:30. Yeah, 1:30. Sorry, my math is off. I'm a little tired. I only have 2 minutes left on my 11-hour drive clock. So I kind of pushed it a little bit, but I knew I could make it. And I had backup options that if there was traffic or whatever, I could stay at the other places. And I'm just now noticing that Ryder truck over there, next to the red truck, doesn't have a steer tire on the passenger side. So I hope nobody got hurt when that happened, because that is not good. Anyways, so I'm here for the night. I'm parked. I have to go run out and do my pre-trip real quick and get some sleep. So I know I ran it a little tight today. I only have 2 minutes left on my 11-hour clock. I drove literally all day today. It is 3:30 in the afternoon because I started obviously at like 2:30 this morning. One of the hardest things to do when you're in a governed truck is hit that 709 miles in one day. Getting anything over 700 miles is like, it's a pretty big goal. When you're in a governed truck, it's not an easy thing to do, and that's pretty much what you have to run your clock out. And you have to know the roads you're on, and you have to know where you're parking. You have to know that it's open, and you have to have backup plans just in case you hit traffic. I don't do this very often, that part, because that's not something you typically want to run, is run your clock out that far. But this is a road that I'm very familiar with. I just ran it yesterday. I know where I could park. I knew that this place was open. It's Circle K. It's early enough in the day that it's only 3:30, so I knew that there was going to be plenty of parking. They have like 50 truck spots. There's a bunch of empty spots here, so I knew I'd be good, and I knew I could find parking. I've stayed here before. It's a pretty solid place to stay. I have no complaints, and I'm just happy I got over 700 miles again today. Woohoo! Anyways, I'm gonna have some dinner and I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, y'all. Okay, guys, it's D-Day, delivery day, from my really long trip, Texas to Wisconsin. Oh, my GPS thinks I'm trying to tell it to do something. Anyways, I still have 6 hours and 22 minutes left to go. I'm currently in Illinois. I don't generally, okay, come on, start at that time of day. I need to get this load there on time because that's how I operate. So again, dash is clear, ready to go. I got strawberries for breakfast today. I don't know why my phone keeps going in and out of focus. Jacket's hung up, bed is made every day. That's just how I do it. It's early though, and my truck is about to start. So that's what happens when the battery level starts to get low, because I have like the overhead. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. I have the overhead light on, and I've had the bunk heater going because it was just a little chilly. I just had it on a little bit to warm up this morning. So, because the sun's not out, my solar panels aren't working, and that means my truck will kick on and idle for a few minutes to charge those batteries up. So, I got my drinks, and I gotta go do my pre-trip breakfast, and we're ready to go. Let's roll. So you're probably not gonna be able to see much because it's 5:15 in the morning. I've been on the road for about 4 hours now. I am coming up on the Wisconsin border in about 1 mile. But this is my favorite time of day to drive, is nighttime. Especially because I'm in the Chicago area. So you can see that the traffic is not horrible. And this is just another part of trucking. Getting up at the time of day that you normally would not get up at. My alarm went off at 1:15 this morning so that I could hit the road as early as possible, because I had an 8 a.m. appointment all the way up in northern Wisconsin, up near Green Bay. There should be plenty of room. But I guess we'll see when I get there. I always look at things on street view and satellite image, so that way I know what to look for and be prepared for, so when I come up to a place I'm better prepared and I don't miss a truck entrance or a driveway or whatever that I'm looking for. Just past this R&L here on the left. Like
arriving at 2065 American Drive
here
on the left.
Oh, that's fun. I should have turned in that other driveway. I should have turned in that first driveway, huh? Unfortunately, there was a lot of cars parked in there on the Google thing, so I figured it might, the Google satellite image and the street view. These cars are spaced out just enough that I can't easily get past them, because I know I'm going to have to pull in here and do some maneuvering, so I won't be off the road that easy. Here for a minute, because I think I might have to back up over there. Okay, I'll turn it back on when I'm ready. So anyways, I forgot to turn my camera on. I ended up backing onto the road, turning around across the street, and basically backing in off the road. Fortunately, there isn't a lot of traffic on this road, so it wasn't horrible. Like there's one car. The most traffic they have is just from the businesses here, and it looks like half of them are closed anyways. So anyways, that's it. And now I get to go pick up about 40 minutes away, and I'm heading to Tennessee.